Okay, let's dive right in. We are going to tackle a huge question today, one that connects artificial intelligence, biology, and the future of our own societies. And it all kicks off with this puzzle, this paradox, that I'm sure you've probably noticed too.
I mean, seriously, think about that for a second. How is it possible that a machine can reach these incredible heights of human creativity, but then totally fail at a basic survival task that, a squirrel masters dozens of times a day? This isn't just some weird glitch in the code. No, it's a massive clue that we're missing something fundamental about what intelligence really is.
Just look at this breakdown. It's like two completely different universes. On one side, you have AI playing in this safe, clean, abstract world, a world of puzzles and language where you can always hit undo. But on the other side, you have living things, us, navigating a messy, high-stakes physical reality where actions have real, irreversible costs. This isn't a small gap, it's a canyon.
And that right there gets to the absolute core of this explainer. The reason AI seems so brilliant one minute and so bafflingly dumb the next is that we've been defining intelligence all wrong. We've been looking at the smoke and thinking it's the fire.
All right, so to build a new definition, we've got to tear the old one down first. And that means we have to get really, really clear on what intelligence isn't.
So, these are the usual suspects, right? Language, logic, the ability to explain yourself clearly. These are our classic signs of smarts. But what if that's all a misunderstanding? What if these aren't the engine of intelligence at all? What if they're just the exhaust, the visible stuff that comes out of a much deeper, hidden process?
Think about it like this. Language is the dashboard in your car. It tells you your speed, your fuel level, maybe if the engine's hot. But it's just a report. It's telling you all this after it's already happened. The dashboard doesn't drive the car. The real work, the real intelligence is happening in the engine, in the tires gripping the road. That's a completely different system.
Okay, so if that's what intelligence isn't, then what is it? Well, here's the alternative, and it comes straight from biology. Real intelligence is about steering your behavior under pressure, with limited time and energy. It's the ability to make a move before you have all the facts. And maybe most importantly, it's about one crucial thing: preserving your capacity to act tomorrow.
And this is the absolute key. The ultimate test of any intelligence system, whether it's an animal, a person, or an entire society, is whether it sacrifices its own future for a short-term win. Any system that wins today by burning the bridge it needs to cross tomorrow is, by this definition, fundamentally unintelligent. Period.
This idea leads us straight to something fundamental: the body. See, this new way of thinking about intelligence isn't some abstract philosophy. No, it's physical. It's grounded in the messy reality of having a body that has to survive in the world. And the key insight here is that control comes way before comprehension.
This is how it actually works in the real world. You have this constant loop. First, you act under pressure. You're running out of time or energy or whatever. Second, you feel the consequences directly. Boom, instant feedback. Pain, success, exhaustion. Third, your behavior updates instantly. No conscious thought required. And then, way later, maybe, your brain comes along and makes up a story to explain what just happened. That's the optional final step.
Exactly. The primary loop is always action and feedback. A deer doesn't sit down to understand the concept of a predator, it just runs. You pull your hand away from a hot stove long before your brain has time to say, that sensation is heat, which can cause tissue damage. The body's intelligence is immediate, it's precognitive, and it's non-negotiable. Okay, so we have this powerful new definition of intelligence, grounded in biology and the body. Now for the most important part. We're going to take this new lens, turn it away from AI and animals, and point it directly at ourselves, at our own systems.
Because, look, if preserving future capacity really is the true measure of intelligence, then that rule has to apply to our most complex creations, right? Our economies, our information ecosystems, our democracies. So the big question is, how do they measure up?
And when you apply this test, a pretty disturbing pattern starts to show up. In domain after domain, we see systems that are incredibly clever at optimizing for short-term gains. We maximize output, we maximize engagement, we maximize efficiency. But what's the result? A catastrophic loss of our long-term capacity, a stable climate, a shared reality, economic resilience. We are trading tomorrow for today.
And this isn't just a series of mistakes. It actually has a name: maladaptation. It's the process where a system becomes perfectly adapted to a world that is disappearing, precisely because of its own actions. It's a systemic failure of intelligence. It's a trap.
So let's really zero in and apply this intelligence test to maybe our most critical system for collective action, democracy. Is it preserving its ability to function in the future, or is it trading it away for short-term political wins?
A democracy's future capacity isn't money or military power. It's this portfolio of invisible assets. Things like legitimacy, the basic belief that elections are fair, trust in institutions like courts, civic trust, the ability to disagree without seeing the other side as an enemy, and a shared reality, which you need to make decisions together. These are the things that allow a democracy to function tomorrow.
And the data here is, well, it's deeply concerning. Organizations like Freedom House are showing that these exact capacities are eroding all over the world. This isn't just a theory, it's a measurable global trend. We are actively liquidating our collective capacity for future self-governance.
And we're not talking about a temporary dip. For 19 straight years, global freedom has been in retreat. This is the very definition of a long-term, maladaptive trend. We are consistently making choices that reduce our future options.
And here's the crucial point. This isn't happening because people are dumb. Not at all. You can have brilliant individuals, amazing technology, and really clever strategies, all operating inside a system that is fundamentally failing the intelligence test. It's a scale mismatch. We are locally intelligent, but we're globally maladaptive.
And that just brings it all together, doesn't it? No matter how well we explain our actions, no matter how rational our short-term plans might seem, if the end result is a system that eats its own foundation, it is, by definition, maladaptive. It's unintelligent.
And that's the question this whole new definition forces us to ask, not just about our technology, but about our societies and about ourselves. Are our actions actually preserving our ability to thrive tomorrow? Or are we just getting more and more sophisticated at finding ways to justify trading it all away?